everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is September the 12th, 2017. At least it still is in Denver, Los Angeles, Anchorage, Honolulu, Vancouver. All right. Strong hand, people. Long-term thinking. You got to remember that for today. Also, check out the notes section below. You can get your cryptohwwallet.com leather case for your Trezor, your Ledger Nano. You can also get your Ledger Nano and Trezor storage device, all sorts of great things at that site. Use my affiliate link below. You can get discounts. There's another Trezor link there. There's a Coinbase link there. There's a link to get the cool t-shirt I'm wearing from Cryptograffiti. And let's see if I'm actually wearing a shirt this time. Hang on, let's see. All right, there I am. Yeah, I got a shirt on for this show. That's pretty good. There's your leather case if you want one of those. I see there are people filling up the chat. I can't see the chat. I can see when you do the super chat, so I can answer your questions when you do a super chat. It is late on the East Coast, but I had a show earlier today. Before I talk about my earlier show, I wanted to talk to you about this Friday when I'm back in Baltimore. I'll actually be back in Baltimore on Thursday night for a show also, but Friday afternoon, 12 noon Eastern time, this week in Bitcoin. Tor Demeester will be there along with Tawanda Kembo out of Zimbabwe and Paul, my main man, down in, well, he's on the East Coast now again. So that will be interesting. Tune in then. That's 5 p.m. in London, noon in the East Coast, New York City for This Week in Bitcoin, which is, of course, on Friday, as usual. We do that every Friday. So the earlier show today was about Ethereum and the proposed community-activated hard fork, a formation of a crypto dividend out of Ethereum. I want everyone to check out that show. It is linked to below, just in case you missed it. Also, check out, and I have links below this video also to the community-activated hard fork site that discusses that crypto dividend of Ethereum. And be sure to also check out Monday's show, just in case you missed it. I've had a lot of shows lately. So where was I here? Okay. So, and if you know anything about this friendly fork of Ethereum, this crypto dividend, this Ethereum number 3, please email me at adam@trezorhelp.com. And we can discuss, because I'd like to learn a little bit more about this. Again, you first heard about crypto dividends here on this channel a few weeks ago, and I predicted there'd be one for Ethereum. You know, there'd be Ethereum ones, Bitcoin ones. This is going to be a trend. So pound that like button if you like being here at the right where it all starts. Revolutionary ideas, right? Now, original thinking we have here. I do my own research. We're not just reading blindly off of the mainstream media here. There was one other thing I wanted to quote on. Yeah, Ethereum miners to fork before scheduled fork reduces block reward by 40%. That is something I didn't get to, a quote I didn't get to say earlier. The Ethereum miners are going to fork before the scheduled fork reduces. So the scheduled fork that they've been talking about is going to be what, in September or October? All right. And yeah, it's reduced. Okay, enough. So today was a day of FUD. Again. I mean, I can explain to you that rumors about China is going to regulate the exchanges, or China isn't going to let people use currency to buy Bitcoin on exchanges, that China is going to come up with their own cryptocurrency that will replace the yuan, that you're going to need a license to have a cryptocurrency exchange. I mean, it's all been thrown out there. Maybe some of it's true. Maybe some of it isn't true. What is true is that you're not a Bitcoin trader. Even if you think you're a Bitcoin trader, by the way, you're not, because you're going to lose. And what we're seeing here is these guys who think they're traders, and the few that are traders, they react to every single bit of news. They are the biggest short-term thinkers there are. They're the biggest reactionaries they are out there. Okay, so it's part of a game to them. They're trying to psych out the other guy. Maybe some of them are spreading these rumors. You know, Jamie Dimon also he used to be of what, JP Morgan or something like that. He comes out and says something bad about Bitcoin, and people play that up. Meanwhile, he's probably buying it behind the scenes. I mean, you have to wonder if some of the FUD is just to try to drop the price so that others can buy it for cheap. And you know, it doesn't. The bottom line is, why does it matter what is going on today? Every little thing that's going on in China today, when we're thinking about the year 2020, it won't matter what the latest rumor in China was on September the 12th, 2017. It won't matter in the year 2020 when we're dealing with the Bitcoin halving, which is a real event. So, I mean, how many different ways can I say buy and hold 2020, Bitcoin halving, think long term? How many different ways can I put it? Should I start speaking it in different languages also, in Mandarin? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to do. People are asking me, what do you think of? I mean, is it true? Is it? Don't worry about it. I mean, if you're worried about it and you're one of those people that sells every single day and then tries to buy it up the next day, you're going to lose money. So there's nothing I can say to you that's going to keep you from losing money, losing Bitcoin, whatever you want to say. You're losing that. If you're trying to flip it, you're trying to time the market, you're going to lose. You're just a fool. It's just buy and hold is such a simpler strategy. If you're playing a game, go. I mean, whatever. Try it. You can try to play it with Bitcoin, you know. But in the long run, you're making the holders wealthier. I'm telling you not to do something, and I think that's been a reoccurring theme with so many of my videos lately. I tell you not to buy Steam. I tell you not to do X, Y, and Z. All the things I tell you not to do actually make me wealthier, but you continue to do them, and I know you're going to continue to do them. The 80% fuel the wealth of the smart 20%. Remember that. You don't want to be part of that 80%. You really don't. You want to be on my side of the game, okay? My side of this. And the whole FUD thing, by the way, is a game you are going to lose if you just think too much about it. So my best advice is to ignore all of this. Yes, it dropped to $3,900. Wow, great. So all the altcoins dropped also. The whole market is reacting insanely to rumors, to rumors, and very recoverable rumors, to say the very least. I have been through this so many times now. We were dealing with this same stuff when Bitcoin was $300. Okay, all right. So I don't know how many more ways I can say this. Some of you are just going to think you're traders and continue to do what you're doing and just adding wealth to the 20%. Okay. So, I mean, be my guest, do foolish things, do silly things. But for the rest of you who are on the borderline, don't worry about this. Okay. All right. Pound that like button, people. Pound that like button. So, and one other thing. People are still emailing me. And by the way, I am way behind on, if you're trying to contact me for a way other than email, I'm really behind, okay? So if you've contacted me some weird way, just try to email me, okay? Or you can send me a tweet. I mean, Adam, I'm at trezorhelp.com is my email address, and the Twitter is techbalt, TECHBALT. But God, now I just lost my train of thought for a second because I had forgotten this. You know, that was something I'd forgotten to say. Yeah, but people keep on contacting me, you know, saying, "Hey, they have this desire to do something with their Bitcoin." You don't have to do, you shouldn't do anything with your Bitcoin. I don't know how many times I have to say that. Doing nothing is best. Doing, first of all, getting into Genesis mining and all this BitConnect, all these things are horrifying. But just trade it and do this with it and do that with it and then buy it back the next day. You're really putting yourself at risk at losing your Bitcoin. Flipping it is hard. Okay, you don't, just because if you become bored easily, I guess you shouldn't be in this space. I think some people are like, okay, I bought Bitcoin, now I'm bored, I want to do something. You gotta work on yourself, people. You gotta work on your attention span or something like that. Okay, you can't be that impulsive. You just gotta put it away and forget about it, maybe. All right, don't get bored with it. You don't have to do anything with it. All right. I talked about the 20%, the 80%, and again, this goes back to people, with the crypto dividends. Like they're saying, why form all these crypto dividends? Why are they doing this? Okay, they're doing it because Bcash is successful. Because despite me saying, do not buy Bcash, and all these people saying, do not buy Bcash, do not buy whatever. People buy it and it builds up the price. So of course other people are going to form these crypto altcoins this new way, okay? Because the first one was successful, of course. And who does it benefit? The holders. And here's a big holder saying, don't buy the stuff. Just get stuff for free, but yet you still buy it. You still buy it. You're going to fail. It's going to lead you to ruin every time. Just simplify your life, people. Buy and hold the Bitcoin, the root coin, the real coin. All right. It's just like, realize this. Realize that the space, our cryptocurrency space, is filled overwhelmingly with newbies. Overwhelming. And I saw BTC Session, it's just popped into the chat there. I saw his face out of the corner. I like his hair. I saw his little icon is his face. So I saw him pop up there. And thank you. He's out in Calgary, so it's still yesterday. It's still whatever, September the 12th there. It's about to turn September the 13th. Calgary, I should have mentioned when I mentioned Denver. Sorry about that, Canadians. I'm in Quebec City right now. And shout outs to Canada. Yes, shout outs to BTC Sessions. Check out his channel. He's obviously been on This Week in Bitcoin before. I've been on his show before. It's everybody loves everyone here. Well, all the long-term thinkers like him and me, yes, we love each other. Yeah. Anyway, pound that like button if you talk if you love that the 20% smart guys like each other, the 20% long-term thinkers. I don't know what everybody's IQ is. Come on, but I do know if you're a long-term thinker, you're doing the right thing here. You're not getting into these vicious scams and everything. All right. So what was I saying here? I was still talking about this 20% topic. What people have to realize is that most people in our space, they're newbies. They don't know about SegWit. They don't know about technical stuff. They don't know about halvings. They're only here to flip. They're only here for easy profits. They're making channels too. It's a free world. So, I mean, don't become, if you don't want to be a flipper and some dude that's just looking for easy profits that aren't there, don't fall for some of this stuff that's out there. And again, that is why I'm creating a list of legitimate content providers like the great BTC Sessions, like the great Tone Vase, like so many other guests that I've had the honor and privilege of having on This Week in Bitcoin and other shows. So I'm going to help organize, try to guide people into a logical way of thinking here. But again, you just have to realize that no matter what I do, the newbies and the short-term thinkers are going to keep fueling these unexplainable price rises and just worries and FUDs. It's just going to go around in circles and they don't have memories because they haven't been around very long. But some of them don't remember anything. Some of them have lived through a couple China FUD episodes and still they panic and still they try to spread it. All right. Bitcoin is the world reserve cryptocurrency. I haven't said that for a while. It's been a little while. All right. So Jamie Dimon, I have his tweet. Somebody said, in this tweet, which I linked to below, always check out the notes section below for links that are involved with all of these topics that I'm talking about. While Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan was bashing Bitcoin, his San Francisco office was hosting Blockchain Capital, Pantera Capital, and some other, Bitcoin related businesses. All right. So, I mean, there's the irony there. The guy's dissing on Bitcoin, yet offices involved with his business are talking to blockchain and Bitcoin related businesses. And this is a prime example of why you don't panic and why you really need to think about what's going on behind the scenes here. That some of these are very, very wealthy men are going to say, don't buy this stuff, when they and their friends are buying it, are already owning it. I mean, they're already rich. They can lie. They can get away with anything, actually. I mean, lying is not illegal, but I mean, they don't have to reveal what they really own. They can try to manipulate the market if they want to. They know they can get away with it, even if it was legal or illegal or whatever. So, I mean, you've got to, with some of this FUD, you really need to think here. You really, extrapolate upon what's going on. Jamie Dimon is not king of the world. I mean, so many people have put Jamie Dimon on a pedestal too, involving him in every conspiracy theory on earth, no doubt. I mean, he's a man. He's a wealthy man. So if you want to just be scared every time a wealthy man speaks, then listen to Donald Trump. I don't know. Speaking about Donald Trump and being scared, and North Korea is dodging sanctions with a secret Bitcoin stash. And that there's an article by Bloomberg that talks about this. North Korea hackers set up Bitcoin attacks amid rising tensions. All right, so North Korea, there's some smart dudes out there, and perhaps they've got a team of hackers out there just stealing Bitcoin from people who maybe keep them on exchanges. Again, control your own private keys. Maybe North Korea will hack some exchange soon. Who knows? But it just shows you there is value in this Bitcoin stuff. If these guys, I mean, and trust me, they are desperate up there. They need to find, and unfortunately, if they get a hold of a lot of Bitcoin, they're going to be able to continue what they're doing for quite some time. And it is a tough situation dealing. I mean, personally, I think the easiest solution is sending in a team to kill the leader of and his buddies over there. I mean, that'll end it real quick, maybe. But again, we're not going to get into politics here. The point is that North Korea is trying to get around these sanctions, get around the horrible situation. I mean, first of all, the best way to end all this, if they stop being a communist dictatorship and freed their people, I mean, that would be nice. That would be nice. I mean, maybe we could make a deal with him and say, hey, we'll let you go to some private island somewhere and never bother you if you just stop torturing your people and let your country join up with South Korea and let South Korea rule your country. And then you can be Korea again, and you can pretend you're a hero on your little island somewhere. All right, pound that like button. So, we shouldn't be talking about politics. Here we go. Liberty Blitzkrieg. Michael Krieger's got a tweet out there. Making it illegal raises price. Less is available, though, in that country. Yes. So, yeah, if a country makes it illegal, it's good. It's great. The price will go up. Less will be available, though. But still, it's bullish for the price for the overall world market when we see a price jump somewhere else. And another reminder, we don't know how many people actually buy Bitcoin in China. It is very possible that, and I think the United States is the #1 market, but it's very possible that the Japanese and Korean markets are bigger than China also. We don't know the real numbers out of there. But for some reason, everyone's got it through their head that China this, China that. Of course, most of the mining is going on there. Yes, there's no doubt about that. But who knows? People are working on that, competing with that also, which is great. All right. So yeah, of course, yeah. If a government bans something valuable and it becomes harder to get, of course it becomes even more valuable. That was the full quote there. And that is the case with cocaine and heroin also. They make it illegal. It becomes more valuable, all right? If that stuff was legal, and I'm not saying to legalize, there's horrible things, but the price would go down. All right, so cryptogoldcentral.com. Remember to check that out. That's Andy Hoffman's site. And I wanted to bring up something from Sunday show. Andy Hoffman was on Sunday's show. Please check out that show. People really loved it. He debuted his cryptogoldcentral.com site then. But Andy and I, you know, it's human nature. Some people think Bitcoin is too expensive, and I guess, well, so they want to be involved with the second Bitcoin. So that's why a lot of people buy Litecoin and Ethereum. So something that Andy brought up and that kind of I hadn't really thought of before, that maybe some of these countries that want to buy up Bitcoin might be like, I'm willing to take a chance and try to get on the next Bitcoin and even make my country wealthier. So yeah, there might be some of these countries might buy up Ethereum and Litecoin. And heck, Ethereum's having a crypto dividend, it looks like. So holding Ethereum is becoming more lucrative, isn't it? In theory. Okay, what do we got this? Oh yes, that event I was talking about in China that got canceled. And I said, is there anyone out there that's going to be at the Hong Kong version of that event? Well, I got someone that you all know. I'm not going to say who it is. He's going to be at that event in Hong Kong on 9/20, on September 20th. And he'll tell us if Bcash is, how big is it out there in Asia? Because it is really obvious, well, not obvious, but from certain sources that people, Bcash is thought of in a different way out there in Asia than it is in our little circle of people, of talkers here on YouTube. The person who will report back to us, I guess after Rosh Hashanah, because Rosh Hashanah starts 9/20 on the 20th, on the night, I think. And so I'm going to be, my shows won't be as frequent during Rosh Hashanah. I won't be able to do it one of the days. But after that, this guy will report back and he says, I will be at the event. Yes. Can you give some comment? And I can give you some commentary. The event was moved to Hong Kong after the China ICO ban. It's organized by BitKan, which is the most commonly used app in China for crypto prices, etc. BitKan is part of Bitmain as their main investor. So, okay, that's who's putting this on. And so these are people that are not exactly considered friendly toward the main Bitcoin, the real Bitcoin. So it'll be interesting what this person who's there will be able to tell us about this event and what goes on. And I'm glad we'll have someone report on exactly what goes on. I like having on-the-ground people at such things. Hey, man, you come to this channel, that's what you get, on-the-ground reporting. Sometimes. But I try my best, you know. It's a one-man operation here. Come on, man. Pound that like button. All right, so what do we got here? Oh, Bitcoin Magazine has an article about how people at the Breaking Bitcoin conference were not showing much love for the SegWit 2x hard fork people, and that 2x might be going down the drain. I linked to that Bitcoin Magazine article below. I also linked to, since it is now 2 p.m. 2 p.m. on the 13th in Perth, Australia, a city I freaking love. Well, the Fundy AU, he's been on the show before. I hung out with him in Perth. I linked to his channel. He's going to come out with some new videos soon. He's an awesome guy. His channel is linked to below. And I just wanted to shout out to all my Australian viewers. They got to be Australian people watching this right now, because it's the middle of the day there. It's 2 in Perth, and it's 4 in Sydney and Melbourne and Brisbane. You guys got people. You got to visit Australia, people, and especially Perth, because it's just, I don't know. It's a quirky place. It reminds me of Baltimore a little bit. I guess I'm biased, but it's safe. It's not dangerous at all, and it's clean. And it's the most isolated big city on the face of the planet. It is also the furthest big city from Washington, D.C. on Earth, I have been told. Or if that means anything to you. Okay, finally. We're hearing about this $1,000 iPhone that's coming out. And I bring this up because there are a lot of people who are like, Adam, how do you afford to just travel around the world and live in different places? Well, I don't buy $1,000 iPhones. I don't own a cell phone. I mean, and a lot of people who are short-term thinkers are like, they have to have these little gadgets and stuff. Well, and then so they end up working. You know, how long do you have to work at Target to get that money? Like, to get that $1,000 iPhone. I mean, it's ridiculous. You're just like a slave to these corporations. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I don't buy crazy gadgets that I don't need. I don't even own a cell phone. And thus, what does $1,000 get me? $1,000 gets me like, it can get me up to like a month sometimes of just renting a place through Airbnb, my own place in a city, a major city anywhere in this world. That's a lot safer than the United States, may I add. Most, if not all, the cities I travel to are. Again, less excluding South Africa, because there are some crime problems there. But yeah, $1,000 is going to get you. And by the way, when you get a place through Airbnb, the price includes there's no utilities, the DSL, everything is free. Everything is free. The DSL is free. Everything is free. I mean, you pay for the whole package. There's no additional cost. That's it. You pay the dude once. That's it. You get everything. You got to read what you're going to get. But here's the point. Again, so the people who are like, oh, I could never travel around the world. I could never do that. You could. You really could. You just shouldn't be buying these ridiculous things, $1,000 iPhones. Anyway, so that's your little lesson today. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to, now do this, people, pound that like button, subscribe to this channel, and check out the notes section below. I will say hello to you guys in the chat. West Coast, I guess. See ya.